name is Jen. I am the Unorthodox Healer. This is a general tarot card reading. It is being recorded just after the full moon in the middle of November. And this is for Gemini. Whether you have Gemini anywhere in your chart, you might have just stumbled upon this. You might like the thumbnail, which has drawn you to the reading. It might be an autoplay and you've just woken up and this is the thing that is playing after you've woken up. But however you've stumbled upon this, it probably means that there is something in here for you. I only tend to do gentle tarot. I'm never going to tell you anything salacious, that anything dangerous or shocking is going to happen to you. I'm just here to try and give you some guidance. Maybe make you feel like you're not alone and give you some comfort and perhaps some hope that if things are not going particularly well at the moment, then soon they will. I'm a Gemini, so hey guys, I only take cards that jump out at me and I don't tend to read reversals. So we shall see as to what the cards have given us. I should say that from an astrological point of view, there is an awful lot going on with the planets at the moment. We are in a time where we are in great change. There's a lot of stress going on. And in particular, the thing that I want to highlight is that we have got Pluto is at the very end of its time in Capricorn. And that means that we've had stuff going on with us. I say stuff because it hasn't been the best of times. I just want to get another card to go with the Five of Wands. One more card, please. Yeah, if we have had a bad time since 2008, I am certainly one of those people, then this is a time for change, because 2008 was the time when Pluto went into Capricorn. Pluto is all about dreams, aspirations. It's a real controlling factor in our lives. It's sort of the silent partner, if you like, in the planets. And it has meant that now is the time for change, because Pluto is moving into Aquarius from tomorrow, the 19th. It leaves Capricorn on the 19th, and on the 20th of November it moves into Aquarius. It was briefly in Aquarius at the start of this year, and then went retrograde and then moved back into Capricorn, and it's just about to move out. Now, if you had a couple of better months earlier on in the year, that's potentially why, because we went into Aquarius out of Capricorn. Aquarius is all about new starts, and it's going to last. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for 20 years, so until 2044. Now you have to do the work, and I know I have been saying this for quite a while, you have to do the work to clear out the things that are no longer serving you, because unless you do that for the next 20 years, you'll be stuck in the same cycle, because Pluto will just repeat itself. You have to now, and quickly, get rid of the things that aren't serving you. If there are things, or there are people, things that you're doing in your life, I'm dreadful, for instance, about putting up boundaries. If you have let people, as I have, walk all over you, that you haven't been brave enough to speak up in relationships or at work or wherever, now you have to make the changes, even if it's just a promise to do it. Because if you don't, the cycle will just continue for the next 20 years. So please do it. Do whatever. If it means that you need to turn your back on friends who are toxic, who are stealing your energy, then do it. I can't stress strongly enough as to to how important this is for us at the moment. Now, Gemini, the underlying energy we have is the King of Cups. It's an interesting card. That can potentially be somebody in your life. Cups are all about love and happiness. This could be you. This could be a person. This could all be about one person. It could all be about you wanting to be the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is somebody who's very self-assured, very charming. Geminis, we're very charming. We also deserve to be loved and receive and give love. We're very loving. This could be you. This could be about somebody who you want to be in this King of Cups situation within your life. So the cards we have are the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Swords are all about emotions, truths. Then you have the Moon and the Ten of Cups. The major arcanas, we have quite a few. We have the Moon, Judgment, the World, and the Emperor. So we have the Moon and the Ten of Cups, Judgment and the World, the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, and the Five of Wands with the Emperor. The Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is, as you can see, a fast-moving energy. And I feel as though you have been walking this tightrope. And it's an interesting mix of cards. You have got a mixture of everything. You haven't got any wands. No, you have got the Five of Wands there. The Page of Swords, I would typically say that you're just not paying attention to the situation. But I think in this instance, you've perhaps been taking on... You've been wanting to find love or happiness, because cups are about happiness. You've wanted to be in an emotionally happier place than you ever have been. Again, if you've been having a torrid time of things like I have since 2008, then this just could be a reading about me. But hopefully it resonates with other people rather than it just being a reading for me from Spirit. So I want to say here that you've perhaps been playing a bit fast and loose with your emotions. This girl is holding on to these light bulbs, so she's hoping that she's seeing the truth in a situation, that what she's been hoping for is going to happen. None of those light bulbs are actually on at the moment. I wonder as to whether you've taken your eye off the ball, whether you've just been too busy trying to manifest something and you haven't been looking at your own emotional needs. The Knight of Swords is somebody running away, and it's interesting that you've got the Page. The Page tends to be the messenger, the promise that a message is coming to you. And the Knight of Swords is somebody who is delivering that message, or that the message has been delivered. I want to say that you've had a message delivered and that you've run away from it. Perhaps you are running towards... You may have been running towards this happiness without actually focusing on your own needs and your own emotional happiness. The next two cards are the Moon and the Ten of Cups. Major Arcana cards are more defined, stronger, longer lasting energies in our situations and our lives at the moment. The Moon can be you not seeing things for what they truly are, in the darkness. I don't know if any of you have been clubbers in your time, and for want of a better analogy, you've been out for the night when you were younger. I'm early 50s, so it would be younger for me because my clubbing days are over. And you've maybe had your eye on somebody in the club, and you know the lights are down, it's kind of dark, and you think, oh yeah, he or she or whoever is quite nice. And then the lights come on at the end of the night and you go, oh, actually, maybe not. And you kind of call a taxi really quickly and you sneak off whilst they've gone to the toilet. The moon can be something about you potentially not seeing things for what they really are. The Ten of Cups is the ultimate card of happiness. This is joy, you know, this is a family, they've got the children, they've got a rainbow of colours here, and all of the whole kind of rainbow of cups of love or happiness. I wonder as to whether this situation here, and potentially this person or this energy, you've maybe not seen things for what they really were. You thought that you were in your Ten of Cups, that this situation, because this doesn't have to be a romantic situation. This could just be an incredible job that you thought was going to make you happy. This is about happiness and joy in your life. I do wonder as to whether this situation here, because you weren't looking at your emotional needs and you weren't taking good enough notice as to maybe who this person was and what they were going to give you, that you thought that they were going to be your Ten of Cups and that they actually weren't. They weren't giving you everything. And I think that, oh goodness, you know, like we shouldn't beat ourselves up about these things. We all are a little bit blinded sometimes by somebody or something. Perhaps this was too good to be true, or you just didn't see the signs. And again, there is nothing wrong with that. We all want to be loved, and it's great that rather than put lots of barriers up and be unable to love and be loved, that us Geminis are very quick to be able to move on, and that we are able to love again really quickly. We can compartmentalise and go, right, okay, yep, that wasn't for me, next. So I think that maybe, I don't know whether you were duped by this energy. I'm still not sure as to whether it is this energy, but something, and you have, I think that you are, I don't want to say regretting, but I think now that you're realising that whatever this situation was maybe wasn't what you thought it was going to be. The next two cards are the Judgment and the World. The universe is saying, don't beat yourself up about this. She is giving herself to spirit. She is saying, okay, I screwed up. This wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I forgive myself. I forgive whoever or whatever this situation was, where potentially somebody might have been trying to take advantage of your good nature, and you were lulled into a false sense of security. Or perhaps, you know, this could be a company that took you for granted. It's saying, do not have guilt or remorse, because you need to give it up. You need to just let go of it. You can see here that she's being freed, because she's saying, yep, you got me. This happened. I'm just releasing everything. You know, you say your bit, particularly with a full moon, there's still time to do it. You write down whatever is no longer serving you, and you can burn it, you can bury it, you can just screw it up into a ball and put it in the bin, and you give your thoughts and your worries to the universe for them to sort out for you. That's you cleansing yourself. This can also be a reminder that we are about to move from Capricorn into Aquarius with Pluto, and it's telling you to give up everything which has no longer served you. And by doing that, you move from 20 to 21. This is you the Judgment card isn't about you being judged. It's about the universe judging things for you. And the universe will never give you aggro or grief for doing that. It will always absolve your guilt, your sins, whatever it is. If you ask, you will be forgiven. And this is saying, do this. Even if you've done nothing wrong, it's still great to be able to say, whatever has happened, this is a clean slate, I've learned, let's move on. And the world, the next card, which is number 21, shows that if you do this, you will be able to move on. This is an endless, well, this is a snake, and I can't remember what he's called, and he's eating his own tail. He holds on to his tail so that he is the wheel that never ends. If you have had difficult times since 2008 on and off, this is showing if you give everything that's come in the past to the universe, good stuff's coming, that things will change. The world will turn. You know, everything that you have wanted will come to you. Now, the next two cards, the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. The Five of Pentacles, if you have been feeling like this, that perhaps you've been cheated or that things haven't worked out, you are probably feeling a bit hard done by. This lady here, she's feeling sorry for herself. She's upset. Behind this door, there's a Five Pentacles on this door, and that is about change. It's about seeing things for what they really are. There's a big key here. She doesn't know what's behind this door, but there's a promise of something. And it's lit as well, as though the sun is shining on it, saying, come on, if you look up, you'll see it, there's a key there. You can open the door and see what's behind it. The Four of Swords is showing that you need to have a rest. Once you have done this cleansing, for want of a better word, she's in a big bird's nest. This is going to be a big bird, or she's a very, very tiny person. Her heart is there, and it's tied to the nest, so it's safe. It's saying that you need to rest. You need to recoup and let your heart heal. Or at least give it some time, because you need to look after yourself. The Five of Pentacles as well is saying that you need to look after yourself. At the end of the day, nobody else is going to. We should be the most important people who are looking after ourselves, because we never know what's going to happen, what's around the corner. So don't feel as though you're missing out on something, because you're not. But before you open your eyes and look up and try and go through this door and unlock whatever is coming for you, you just need to practice some self-love. You need to rest. You need to take it easy, because I think this has really drained you. The last two cards are the Five of Wands and the Emperor. The Emperor is again a major arcana card. I feel as though you are still wanting to find this love, this happiness. This might be companionship. It might be this job, this opportunity, this thing in your life that gives you happiness. And the Five of Wands is saying you need to get out of your head. You need to be resting. You need to understand that, yes, this may have been difficult for you, but put it to one side. Climb away from these wands. These wands are things that are perhaps keeping us awake at night, that we've got too much going on in our heads to be able to see things clearly. You may be having a bit of a what if situation, if only, and having some regrets. The other thing that's happening at the moment is we've got a couple of planets which are in retrograde, and Mercury is about to go into retrograde, and for Geminis that is always a recipe for disaster. It means that we start to think that maybe previous things in our lives were better for us than the life that we have currently. If you are thinking this, stop it. Because this was not for you. This was not serving you. It wasn't giving you what you wanted, and it was your vision was clouded. There is still happiness here, but you need to understand that you're not in those previous situations for a reason. They didn't make you happy. You were not focusing on yourself, and you need to recoup and practice self-love before you can move forwards. So stop feeling as though you're missing out on something, that job or that partner or that friend that you're not with anymore, and for good reason when you really honestly think about it, that you are in the right place. And also it shows that there will be somebody coming into your life who potentially will be the King of Cups. This can again be you being invited. Sorry, I lost my words completely there for a minute. You being invited into a job which you're really good at. He kind of looks like he's sat on a really odd beanbag. I always want to say that this is Venus, and that he's got a bishop in his hand here. This is, if you want to look at this as a chess game, I'm rubbish at chess, but this is about thinking smart, working smart, taking the time, because chess isn't a game that you play quickly. It's about strategy. And I think with this, it is about being clever, understanding what your needs are, what it is that you're actually wanting. You know, journal as to what it is that you want for yourself so that you see things more clearly. Perhaps this is you becoming the emperor. This is you being this very wise, knowledgeable, lovable creature, because Venus is all about that. And Venus is, oh, don't quote me, I think Venus is in a really good aspect for us until February, I think, next year. So move yourself out of this Capricorn Pluto energy. Let yourself get into this new Aquarius energy. See how it goes. Don't take things too fast. Remember why you're not in this situation anymore, and you need to move away from it because it wasn't serving you. And either somebody or something will come to give you the satisfaction and the joy that you have been looking for in this King of Cups, or you will become this Emperor and this King of Cups. And you will find yourself in a more confident position. You will know yourself better. You will have boundaries. Bishops only are able to move in very specific strategic places on a chessboard. And I think that that's, you have to know what you want and maybe plan how you're going to get there. You don't want this to be this chaotic person moving forwards. Geminis, we can be a little bit chaotic because we've, you know, there's that yin and that yang of wanting to do a million things at a million miles an hour all at the same time. I think that this is saying be clever, be strategic, and good things will come. I want to do, what do I want to do? I want to do, these are really beautiful, sorry, I moved the camera. These are really beautiful Love and Dream Oracle cards by somebody called Wendy Andrew. And thank you, Spirit. So I just want to ask if there are 2 cards, oh goodness, 4 cards, which will perhaps tie into this. So we have Shine. Yeah, absolutely hold your head high. This is you not only holding your head high to look to Spirit and the universe to say, yeah, The last 16 years have been rotten. I'm freeing myself. I'm asking you to let me see who I am and the brilliance that is within me. And then we have dedication. Your challenges will reap rewards. I think this is here. This is saying that you just have to rest. Yes, this has been difficult, but everything, we learn, we grow. Everything, regardless of how awful it was at the time, is something that we learn from. And you will absolutely get the rewards. This is, the King of Cups is the ultimate thing that you're striving for. Then we have compassion. You are loved unconditionally. As I was saying, regardless of how bad we've been, how awful the situations have been, the universe loves us and will never judge us if we ask for their understanding and, that we live as just a good a life as we possibly can. There is karma, if we don't try our best and we don't try and be a good, decent human being, then karma will get us. We don't need to wish karma on anybody. That is just, you get what you receive. If you're not a good person, then, you will attract not good stuff back into your life. We are magnets. We attract what we give out. So you are loved unconditionally, and give yourself compassion. Because, as I said at the start here, if you don't love yourself, nobody else is going to love you back. And the last card is bliss, which is open your door to the divine. And that's a really beautiful card. Again, it's based on the judgment card and that advice. Give yourself to the universe. Say, I want happiness. I want this. I want that. And you also have to do it for philanthropic reasons. You have to want to, you can ask all of these things, but if you're not asking for these things so that it will help others, you can't do these things from a selfish perspective, because the universe won't give it to you. So open your door to the divine. Let the universe and spirit into your life. Show why you want this happiness and why it will be for the good of others. And I do honestly believe that it will all come to you. Gemini, this won't resonate for some, but if it has, I would love it if you'd leave me a comment and like as well. I'm quite new to YouTube and I'd really love to grow my channel. And if you would subscribe, that would be really fantastic as well. I hope you have a fantastic rest of November. Don't forget, you've only got the last couple of days to really clear out the things that are doing you no favours. And the next 20 years can be anything that you possibly wish and dream for. So I'll see you soon. Take care, Gemini. Bye.